What's up, everybody? Welcome aboard to Trading Live with Bubba. What a disaster is happening today. What a day yesterday. If you looked at yesterday, the markets were down early. NASDAQ was up 400 at the close. And then, of course, the tariff stuff came out and Trump started to speak and the markets are getting clobbered with the NASDAQ down about 900, the S&P down 250. I mean, these are gigantic numbers. We're not seeing a dramatic amount of volume yet. We are seeing a very high VIX, but we'll see if something shows up. It was we traded this morning. There wasn't much to live trade. Certainly, I would be hoping to see a blow off to the downside. Crude oil is getting hammered. I mean, look at some of these numbers that you can watch. Bitcoin's getting trashed. Crude oil is getting trashed. Okay, and gold has made a dramatic recovery from down almost 100 to now back towards almost to the high of the day. So again, it's interesting action. And again, we need certain things to happen to make the short-term trade. Certainly, I'd like to get a blow up. I'd like to find a place to step here and buy, even if you get just a quick spike rally. I mean, we don't need a lot. Our open trades from the other day are not in great shape. They were okay until this morning, but again, that's part of the game. That's why we take a little bit of risk, and we've still got till tomorrow to get in. But again, we're not in the greatest of shape at the moment. But again, who could have figured that we're going to have this big of a sell-off? We've seen sell-offs before, but this is obviously not seen for quite a while. But again, we'll continue to sit back and watch it and see if we can find some opportunities. But you can see the lack of true action here. So let's just go check out and see what's going on in our regular stocks that we always look at. Apple, certainly one you would look to buy. Again, I would certainly look at that. In fact, let me go pull my screen up and get the right account so I don't screw myself up. All right, Apple, Alpha Papa Lima. I'm gonna go out to the 11th, okay, and the 202.50, 200 put spread. Yeah, I'm not selling it for 90 cents. I'd want more, okay. So I'll wait on that. Amazon, obviously you're gonna see obviously some dramatic oversold markets right now. So let's see what Amazon looks like. And Amazon would be 177.50, 175. That for $1, I would do that for $1. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put that order in. Okay, and coin, the one we have on from the other day. Now the question you have to ask yourself here is, do you want to add to it? You're certainly in position to do so, and you could still cash the other one. I mean, obviously, coin moves around pretty dramatically. We're only $5 away from being back in it. So again, I'm not asking you, and I'm not telling you should do more. But certainly, if you wanted to look at it, I could not fault you. Let's see what it looks like here. The 162.50, 160 for $1. I can do that. Okay, I know obviously these have not filled yet, but we'll see. And let's just go back here and see if anything is happening for us here. Now it does look like we're trying to make a little bit of a bottom in the NASDAQ, a little bit of a bottom in the S&P, but we don't have any evidence that says we should be playing yet. Okay, there's a difference between recognizing that you may be seeing a bottom and the actual opportunity to get in, and the trade we're playing with here for this week. But we're going to start looking at some ratio spreads next week, because this is a pretty good spot to look at some ratio spreads too, using futures against options. But let's go back to here and see what we're looking like. Crowd, obviously, nothing and nowhere, right? So you would think down $27, it'd be pretty oversold. No, not. Meta certainly is pretty oversold. And of course, let's take a look at it. META. And again, remember, these are all for next week for the 11th. Let's see here. Meta 535, 532.50 for $1.08. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go ahead and take that trade. Okay. Google right on support. Let's see what Google looks like for next week. GO. And let's see, we look at the 149, 148 for 40 cents. I did that. Okay. Now let's just go back here and make sure we're not missing the boat. All right, so we're breaking down. So it did not make a bottom. It is not giving us a reason to buy. Okay. So again, we sit here and wait. Again, there is not an opportunity for us to get involved here yet. So again, we want to remember that we're not trying to force this market. We're waiting for our opportunities to show up. Again, we need what we need, or we don't make the trade. You got to be patient enough to wait for it. Again, it's certainly there's things I could look at and justify trying to make some trades here, but I don't see the purpose, especially, again, with this lack of enough volume. This is not overall straight panic. I mean, it was a straight panic yesterday on the turn, right at when they closed up 400, and then by 4:30 they were down 400. That was a little bit of a panic, but again, that was in an aftermarket, that was in thin trade. So now we'll see. Now maybe we'll get. There's a chance we could get something here in the NASDAQ. We'll see. Need a little bit more volume. I need the volume to get up to here. Okay, I need more than just natural trade. I need a move big enough, and we're on the dead lows. Okay, let's see. Let me get a little spike here. Okay, I mean, this is very, it's close. I don't know that I'd want to jump into it. I'm going to watch it because I may put it out as an optional type of look, but certainly the risk is going to be probably too great as well. I mean, your risk here is going to be much more than we'd like to take. The risk is going to be, it can't be a trade. I cannot take 60 or 70 ticks risk on this NASDAQ. Okay, so let's just go back and see if I missed anything else while we were here. No. All right, so let's go back to here and see where we're at. My Amazon filled, by the way, just to be clear. IWM. Again, this would be an interesting trade. Certainly, possibly one for today. Okay, if you thought there was a chance we'd get a little bit of a rally back. Certainly, we might want to look at this, and let's see what we got here. This is a pretty high risk trade. I mean, you're not risking a lot. You're risking 57 cents to make 43 cents. 189, 188. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take that trade and see if we can get a little bit of a pop in here somewhere today. Okay, and Microsoft. We already got that on, and it's close enough, so we'll leave that alone. MSTR, nothing, right in the middle of nowhere. Let's go back here and take a look and see if we're getting anything here worthwhile. No, not really. Okay, this is what we have to be aware of. That there's really, what you're not getting is you're not getting enough of a panic down to create the spring back, or a chase up to create the sell up back down. So that's what this trade we're looking at is all about. So let's go back over here and see. Nugget, hell of a rally from where it was. I mean, if it gets to 65, I'd look at other one that there's nothing to look at. NVIDIA. Okay. And I think we have an NVIDIA trade on from the other day, the 108, 107. If you want to add one for next week, I could certainly live with that. Let's see here. And for next week, I'd look at the 101, 100. I think it'll hold 100 anyways. For 40 cents, yeah, I can do that. Okay, and SMCI. Again, this would be one to look at as well. I think that's in reasonable territory. SMCI. And for next week, let's see, this is going to be challenging probably. 31.30. If I can get 40 cents, I'll take it. I'm going to work the order. Okay, XYZ. I'm going to wait. SPY. Certainly, you could look at the SPY, and if you believe there's going to be a rally today, again, these would be for the dailies that I'd be looking at. Let's see here. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 540, 539. Oh shit! Sorry, guys. I had the wrong date up there. I'm not doing that. Let's see. Here we go. 43. 43. 40 cents. If I can get that, I would take that. Okay. And Tesla's probably in the middle of nowhere. It is. I did get overbought yesterday. Not that you would have done anything with it. Win would be one to look at, but you're going to have trouble getting the premium out of it. And Zoom, again, would be one to look at if you want. But again, we got one filled and 7 working orders. So I think that's enough for that, for stuff we're going to hold on to. And now let's see here if we're going to get anything maybe to sell into here. You're getting a pretty good rally. Let's see what it does, if it gives us an opportunity. Crude is interesting. It's been getting hammered, but it could be a sale right here. You did get a nice little pop in volume here, a little bit off the bottom. So let's see if we get something here. Our stop is going to be 66.89, and I'm going to go ahead and take that trade. I'm going to sell crude. 66.89 stop. And put my orders in working below to take it off. Okay, and not much else at the moment. Okay. Not much else at the moment. I'll see what happens here. So we'd like to see a huge, we'd like to see a volume bar like somewhere, up or down, doesn't matter which way. That's what we want to see though. And unfortunately, we're not seeing it. So we just have to sit and patiently wait for opportunity. All right. Let's see here. Okay. And our crude trade is slightly profitable. And out of the orders we're working, only the Amazon is filled so far. Of course, we don't expect money to fill. We're going to get a rally here. Okay, getting a little sell-off in the euro currency, but not enough volume. A little sell-off in gold, not enough volume. Again, you want to see that bar. You want that volume bar to stick out, okay, as it did here where we sold this. Okay, you'd like it to be bigger than that, but that's not. And maybe in the Russell, you can get something here now. Okay, we'll let the bar close and let it finish. But that's kind of what we're watching and waiting for, is that opportunity. Again, I hate to put too much on with these trades. I'm going to give you a recommendation. If you took the crude trade with me, put your stop in at break even. You should be out of one anyways and have a profit locked up. So go ahead and move your stop to break even. Okay. And let's see what happens here. Okay. And I'm stopped out, made a minuscule profit. Okay. And again, we can look at the Russell. If we want to take a look there, the stop's going to be at 19,422. If we get a trade, we don't have a trade yet, but 19,422. Okay, and maybe we get, nope, not yet. No trade yet. Okay, and good thing we took our stop in crude. So that took care of that business. All right, we're out with a small profit. And again, we've got, just to recap, well, we're waiting to see if this Russell trade gives us. I got NVIDIA working, Google working, Meta working. These are all put spreads we're selling. SMCI, SPY for today, IWM for today, Coin. We filled on Amazon. Okay, so we have 8 trades potentially, plus the one we made and already made a little bit of money. Okay, we still don't have a trade here. It doesn't appear that we're going to get one. But if it comes, we'll take it. But one of the things you're noticing is the volume is already drying up on the secondary. So this is one of the things that, in this market that is so thinly traded right now. And I don't know if you're going to want to take it if I'm not going to be here to help you manage it. So that's up to you. If we get it, we don't have it yet, so it's nothing to think about. No trade. And we get another shot in crude, maybe. Okay. So we got not much going on here, but we'll still wait for the euro currency, but I mean the Russell. But one of the concerns now is that the volume is kind of dried up. So the panic reversal or the V shape we're looking for is less likely to come with what we have right now. Okay. So let's just take a look. It's going to be too close to call. And since we're done for the day, I'm not going to call it. I'll see you back here next Tuesday. And remember, every morning I do the Market 120, give you a little feel for what's going on in the markets. Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll see you later.
You know how the financial world goes. Here comes the buzzkill. Please make sure to take some time to read this boring disclaimer. We will owe you one.